What's going on, everybody? My name is Buzzsaw, and it has been a very long time since I last sat down and recorded a commentary like I'm doing so right now. And I have to start off by apologizing and saying that I'm sorry for not uploading like I said I would in previous videos. I haven't really been active. I just had to take a hiatus, a long break, whatever you want to call it, to kind of get away from it all for a little while because I was dealing with a lot at the time when I had to stop making videos. I had specific reasons for not uploading and specific reasons why I just needed to kind of take a long break. And I'm sorry that that's the way it had to happen. And I'm just really sorry that it's been this long because I just haven't been active with you guys in the way that I said I would. And I just really haven't been a good content creator for a while now, and I just want to say sorry about that. And I really am going to start getting back into the swing of things. I'm getting everything back on track, and I'm starting to have a little bit more time on my hands. And at the end of this video, I'll go over the specific reasons as to why it's been so long and what I was kind of dealing with at the time, just in case you want to know what's been going on with my personal life. But anyways, enough about me. I wanted to make this video today to talk about something that has been on my mind for a while. I've wanted to make a video similar to this for a very long time with all the news that's been going on. And this is going to be a Fallout 4 discussion video because Fallout 4 is getting a lot of chatter on the internet because of all the things that have been going on. And I just kind of wanted to talk about everything that's been going on and my thoughts of what's going to be going on within the next couple of months with Bethesda and with the game and just all of that, because I'm seeing a lot of Fallout 4 content on the internet going around, and I just kind of wanted to get back into the swing of things with a video like this because I know that I have a lot to talk about with this subject, because Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas are two of my most favorite games that I've ever played ever in my entire life. And I am very excited to see if Bethesda actually follows through and announces Fallout 4 in the next couple of months. So that's what I'm going to be talking about. And before I start talking, in the background you're going to be watching some random Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas gameplay. There is no real purpose to the gameplay, but I just thought since I'm going to be talking about Fallout, I might as well put some Fallout gameplay in the background. So nothing special. Most of you have probably done this in your own playthroughs of Fallout 3, but I'm just putting it there to entertain you guys, so I'm not talking over a black screen or any of that. So let's get into this, and let's kind of start from the beginning. So obviously we had the greatest hoax of all time occur back last year, which was the Survivor 2992 website, which was an absolute craze. Everybody was talking about it. Everybody was freaking out about it, thinking that Bethesda was the one behind this and behind the website and creating all of these mysterious codes, mysterious content on the website. And there was just a lot of controversy with this website because it was the trademark for the website, and the URL was registered using, I think, GoDaddy, one of those third-party network solutions websites. And so a lot of people didn't know what to believe. The site looked so legit that they thought it was Bethesda, and they thought no one else could pull this off, pull this great-looking website off that looked so real to the point where this had to be something related with Bethesda and Fallout. But it turned out to be a fake after all this time, and it surprised a lot of people. Some people weren't surprised due to the fact that the piece just didn't add up, and there was just nothing said by Bethesda. And eventually it was shot down when Bethesda, I think, tweeted out that if you didn't hear it from us, it's not real. So that was their way of saying that the website was not real, and anything that was not registered by them and anything that was not promoted by them was not real, and that was the right thing to do, just to steer everybody straight and to kind of clear the world and to make sure that no one was getting fooled. So that was one of a couple of hoax, but that was the most notable hoax in a very long time, and that was absolutely insane. And the guy that pulled that off is an absolute genius because for a while there, I believed it. I believed the website. I believed that it was a legitimate Bethesda created website, and it just looked so convincing, and it was just the detail was right on point with the world of Fallout. And I'm sure that many of you guys out there that are Fallout fans definitely believe this website for what it was, and it was definitely disappointing to find out that it was fake, but that was kind of just the most notable thing to happen in a while when there was really nothing being said about Fallout at the time, or a new Fallout game to be announced at the time. So other than that, there was a couple smaller websites, nothing too major, but that was, as I said, the most notable of all hoaxes and all Fallout 4 related content at the time. And so the important thing to consider at this time was that Bethesda was really just trying to keep everything under wraps. They didn't really want to announce anything early. They're really, I think what they're doing with all of this time by not saying anything Fallout 4 related, nothing official, is they're just taking their time and they're just trying to develop a game that is going to be the best of the best and something that they're extremely proud of and something that is going to be much better than we've ever seen before. And there are obvious reasons as to why they haven't said anything on their own and why they haven't officially made announcements on the game. I formally believe that it exists. I completely believe that this project exists, and I believe that Fallout 4 is under production, and I believe certain things about it, and I just kind of wanted to talk about those beliefs. Basically, just because they haven't said anything doesn't mean it doesn't exist, and that's an important thing to note because they're just trying their best. They're just trying their best to produce something that the world is going to be proud of and something that they're going to be proud of. So that's the reason and why they haven't said anything, and I hope that when they actually do announce this game eventually, I really hope they kind of give an explanation as to why they waited so long to say anything about it, because it has been years since we saw a Fallout game come to the market. Fallout New Vegas was the last game that came out back in 2008, and that was published by Bethesda and developed by Obsidian Entertainment. So that wasn't even developed by Bethesda. That was just kind of something that Bethesda was mentoring and something that Obsidian was creating and developing at the time. So Bethesda hasn't created a full-fledged Fallout title since 2007 back with Fallout 3. So it's just, with the whole timeline of things, it just makes sense that Bethesda is going to be the one to pull the trigger here, and they're going to be the one to fully develop and fully publish this game, whether it be Fallout 4 or the other thing it could be is Elder Scrolls 6, which I believe is highly unlikely. I believe that there can't really be another Elder Scrolls game for a while because Elder Scrolls has been in the on the market and kind of in the news for a while with new releases and stuff. We had Skyrim, we had all of the DLC related to Skyrim, and so that took up a couple of years. And then we recently had Elder Scrolls Online, which was a PC release. It was supposed to be a multi-console release, and it was supposed to be on Xbox One, PS4, but it got delayed, and so the console version of that game is not supposed to be out until the middle of June. But it just doesn't make sense to me why they would make and why they would spend the time to make another Elder Scrolls game, because we just haven't seen anything Fallout related, and it just doesn't add up. It's just very highly unlikely that they would ever think about putting out another Elder Scrolls game, because you have to think about it, how people would react. I mean, if they said nothing, if they went through all these events throughout the year of 2015 and said nothing about Fallout 4, the company would get scrutinized, and they would literally be hated by everybody and every fan of the Fallout universe, because it just doesn't make any sense why they wouldn't take this great project that Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas was and extend on it. I know that they want to, but it just wouldn't make any sense to kind of go against what people want to see and then release another thing. So that's why I'm saying it's highly unlikely that the next game, the next big release that we'll see from Bethesda is an Elder Scrolls game. I just can't see that. Other than that, if we wanted to talk about events that are going to be taking place throughout the year, we might as well just start from the beginning of not seeing Bethesda at PAX South. They were not present at PAX South. They did not do anything at the VGA Game Awards, which were in December, the beginning of December. That was the big deal, Las Vegas Video Game Awards that usually Bethesda had a track record with, and a lot of people believed that they were going to see some Fallout 4 trailer, a teaser trailer, something along those lines at the VGAs, but we didn't see anything there. We didn't see anything at PAX South, as I noted, because they weren't even present. They were not present at the GDC 2015, which was the Game Developers Conference, so nothing there. And I think, I'm not entirely sure, but I think that Bethesda is supposed to be present at PAX East, but I don't think we're going to see anything Fallout 4 related there, because the big important thing is that they recently announced that they're going to be holding a showcase at this year's E3 in June, which is a huge deal because the company formally made it known that they were not kind of an E3 company to announce big things. They didn't want to announce big games at E3. They didn't really want to even be present at E3, and that's how it's been for a while. But they kind of changed their philosophy and have made it known that they are going to have a showcase at this year's E3, and it is the internet just exploded. All Bethesda fans and Fallout fans and Elder Scrolls fans, everybody just got crazy. I mean, everybody just went batshit crazy over this announcement because it is a big deal. Because if they're doing something this exclusive as a showcase, it's obviously going to be something big, and it's obviously going to be a big deal of what they're going to be announcing or whatever they're going to be doing there. They want people to see it. That's the reason for it. A lot of people are going to be tuning into that, and they're going to be psyched to see something huge from Bethesda, and that's what the world is expecting now, to see something absolutely huge, whether it be Fallout 4's announcement, the highly debated Fallout 4. But I think that's where we're going to see it. I think that's where it's going to be announced, is at the E3 2015 convention. That's the place where they've shown Fallout 3 gameplay in the past, Fallout New Vegas gameplay in the past, some trailers. And I just feel like it's going to be a place... It's a big deal, a big enough deal to the point where that is going to be what they're going to be announcing there, the big announcement, the big central focus of their presentation. Obviously, I don't think that's the only thing they're going to focus on, because there are other games that they develop, including Dishonored, which we might see Dishonored 2. Recently, they had The Evil Within, which was made in 2014. They had Wolfenstein: The New Order, which was made in 2014. So, I mean, I could see other projects that they're also going to be talking about. It's not just going to be one main central focus. Obviously, that's what we want to think about, is Fallout 4 for that event. But I think we'll see the Dishonored 2. I think that we'll just kind of see some smaller projects, whatever it may be, because there are other fans for other games. Fallout 4 isn't the only one out there. So, yeah, I have to believe that that's what we'll see there. I just have to believe that E3 is the big apple of them all, and that we'll really see the big thing and the big announcement that we all want to see and all the Fallout fans want to see. Other than that, I mean, it just doesn't make any sense why Bethesda wouldn't want to make another Fallout game. I mean, in the two most recent Bethesda games, which were The Evil Within and Wolfenstein, we actually saw Fallout-related Easter eggs. We saw in The Evil Within 2 posters on the wall. If you search it on YouTube, you can obviously find them. I'm sorry that I don't have gameplay for those, because I only rented the game and borrowed the game from a friend, so I actually don't have any gameplay of these Easter eggs. But the Easter eggs that we saw in The Evil Within was a poster relating to Sugar Bombs, which was a Fallout 3 cereal in the Fallout world, and that was a big deal, and a lot of people went crazy over the internet when they saw that. And then another poster found in the Evil Within is a poster related to an advertisement for vaults, Vault 101, and kind of the motto, I think, is enjoy living life in a vault, and it has like a happy family on it, a happy 1950s family, and that kind of thing. So Bethesda just isn't letting it go, and that's why I personally believe that like this big announcement that we're going to see at E3 is definitely going to be Fallout 4, because they wouldn't just tease us with this. They wouldn't just throw it in the game just to not make it in the next couple of months. It just doesn't make any sense. And then the last Easter egg that I want to note was in Wolfenstein, which was pretty accessible very early on in the game. In the headquarters area, I don't really know what it's called. I haven't played that game in such a long time. But we see a big kind of door in like a warehouse or like big fortress. It's a big door that says 101 on it, and I think that it's symbolizing towards Vault 101 from Fallout 3. And so that was also something that people took note of, and people thought that it was a indirect correlation with Fallout 3, and I definitely believe that it is, because we just keep seeing these Easter eggs all over the place, and they want us to never forget about Fallout, and they want us to just remember that to keep it in mind that it might actually have its announcement pretty soon, and that's kind of what I believe with those Easter eggs. Yeah, that's pretty much everything that I kind of wanted to talk about with the Fallout 4 discussion. Obviously, we have to keep our eyes peeled for new announcement, new news, but I wouldn't expect anything at PAX East. And the other event that I was forgetting while I was recording this commentary was QuakeCon. And the other game that I was thinking about was Doom 4, because that was a game that was going to be released by Bethesda. Gameplay is eventually going to come out for that game. So Doom 4, Battlecry, Dishonored 2 are other games that we might see along with the big announcement of Fallout 4, which I hope that's what the announcement is. And I don't want to sound like an idiot recording this video, and then in June, in a couple of months, that I turn out to be wrong, along with a lot of other people on YouTube. That would just be really embarrassing. But I'm just going with my gut here, and that is my personal belief as to what we're going to be seeing at E3. So that pretty much ends this discussion. Other than that, I think we'll be seeing a kind of fall 2015 release, fall or holiday 2015 release, because I firmly believe that this game is in a playable state, because the production of this game, the pre-production, had to begin very early on, back right kind of after Skyrim was kind of in the loop of things, after Skyrim was making the DLC. I would have to say that Bethesda did the smart thing as a company, and broke off some people to go working on the next big project. And it's noted in several interviews from Bethesda's well-known associates, Todd Howard, Pete Hines, those kind of people, that we've got to see something. We've got to see something. And I think that it really is in a playable state, and they're just trying to make it the best it could be so that we can see some very good content at E3. And I think that's what we'll see. Other than that, I just kind of want to wrap up the video with kind of talking about what's been going on with me, obviously, because it's been a while since... Oh, excuse me. It's been a while since I made a kind of video like this. It's been a long time since I made a commentary, and it's been a while since I spent a lot of time on a video like I did with this one. And basically last year in 2013, around the time that I made that video about my car, my new car that I got, which was a 2011 California Special Mustang, around that time, my grandmother that moved down from Jersey City, that is my mom's mom, my grandmother moved to a nursing home that was about 10 minutes from where I lived. And a couple of months after she moved in there, she actually sustained a brain hemorrhage, and she passed away a couple of days later. And that hit me really hard, and because I was just so close to her, and it was nothing that I was expecting. And it's so crazy now that I think of it, because I have had I've been dealt an extremely bad deck of cards when it comes to losing family members, because obviously back in 2010 I lost my dad to kidney failure and to diabetes, and then 2 months before that I lost my grandma, which was my grandpa's wife, and I live with my grandpa and my mom currently. But those two losses were some of the biggest losses of my life, and I'll never forget those losses, and that was kind of rough for me for a while, and it took me a while to kind of get over those losses and to kind of deal with the loss. But this loss of my grandma was just adding to that, and it hasn't been easy dealing with loss like that. It takes time. You have to accept it, and you have to move on eventually. And I think that's the best thing to do, is to move on and to not forget. Always remember, but move on, because that's important. Other than giving you a life lesson about dealing with loss, I started college in last September in 2014. So it's been busy. College is definitely different from high school. It's a lot more involved. A lot more time needs to be put into work, to doing well. And that's kind of what my focus has been on. I've been working. I've been dealing with college, dealing with my schoolwork. And I've just been trying to work as much as possible to pay off my car. So there's just a lot going on. And another thing that has been going on with my life is I got a girlfriend pretty recently, back in August of 2014, right before school started. And we've been together for what today marks 7 months, which is a pretty good amount of time. And I'm really happy with how things have been going. Things have been going well. I love her. This is my first girlfriend, so it's a big step in my life. I'm just really happy with how things have been going. Things have been going really, really well. And, yeah, I just couldn't ask for a better girlfriend. She's awesome. And hopefully I will get her on to make a video. And hopefully I can make a video with her, whether it be a vlog or whatever it may be. I would like to get her on a video, because that would be fun. I think that you guys would enjoy that. And I really hope that I have some active subscribers out there. And I really hope that this video reaches some people, because I was really hoping for that with this, because I'm spending a lot of time on this video. And it's crazy to think that I'm running up on 23 minutes right now. I just looked at the clock for the first time, and I've been talking this entire time. So yeah, that's what's been going on. That has been just a review of the last couple of months, kind of what I wanted to talk about with Fallout 4, and I hope you guys enjoy. I hope you guys don't mind me talking for so long. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a thumbs up, leave a comment below telling me what you think about Fallout 4 and all of this discussion and kind of the entire speculation of Fallout 4. Just leave your comments below, and I'll reply to as many as I can. And I will talk to you guys later, and I will try my very, very best to be more active with you guys. And so, yeah, I'll talk to you guys later, and peace out. Have a great weekend.